That's not what kids in Oconee County are hearing from their parents about Halloween costumes. Instead, the Oconee County Library is working on their 3rd annual costume swap. Miss Ann has been a teacher for 29 years, but she's known since she was you guys' age that this is exactly what she wanted to do. How many of you guys know you want to be a teacher? Me! Out with the old and in with the new, chop, chop, the Atlanta Braves has named John Hart as the interim general manager today. The drawings depict the recruits going from this in their high school jerseys to this in the red and black. The CDC says that one way to protect ourselves from Ebola is to wash our hands often. But the University of Georgia is taking even further precautions based on the CDC's 21-day incubation period. The weather outside is frightful. I'm Shannon O'Keefe. I'm your weather reporter for the day. As you know, we've experienced these cold temperatures today, but a little bit warmer. We did get above the freezing point. When entering any of the Jackson County schools as a visitor, the security is a little different. In order to enter the school, you must first press the button, look into the camera, and be prepared to show your ID when you enter. The newly released graduation rates say that 93% of the students walking through these hallways right now will also walk across the stage on graduation day. Yes, Allie, that disease is the common flu, a disease that looks very similar in its early stages to Ebola. And yes, it is cold out here right now. My thermometer is reading about 32 degrees. But the good news is we have already reached our coldest temperatures. When approaching the student entrances on Saturday's game, the procedures will be a little different. The bill is in the governor's hands. The people here at the food bank, as well as many other organizations, look forward and wait patiently to see if and when House Bill 772 will go into effect. Tompkins says you are more likely to die from a lightning strike than to die from Ebola. He says maybe this will bring people comfort in this time of panic. Now back to you in the studio.
Giant hot dog!
50-year-old Ann Lucky still knows how to make her students laugh. It's hard to believe that at one time, this scared her.
All night long.
But when I stood in front of my first kindergarten class, I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do with all these little people?
But now, she has something else to be scared of, and even that doesn't scare her.
I was never scared. And that sounds weird, but I never felt fear, I just felt dread. Because when I found it, somehow I just sort of knew.
Miss Ann has been a teacher for 29 years, but she's known since she was you guys' age that this is exactly what she wanted to do. How many of you guys know you want to be a teacher?
Me! You ready to do all this, buddy?
She left school to begin her battle against breast cancer on February 9th. She was always known as the girl with the big Texas hair, so the day she came back with no wig and no hair, she had to explain to her students she's still the same Miss Ann.
And one of my children said, Miss Ann, you smile all the time. And I thought, you know what? That's what he sees about me.
If it weren't for her family, friends, and the people she works with, she would never have made it.
As we nurture the children, you know, we nurture each other. And it's just been, I cannot tell you, as horrific as cancer has been. My blessings are just tenfold. You know, it's just been overwhelming.
But nothing for Miss Ann is too overwhelming. Shannon O'Keefe, Grady News Source.
This is a dog.
Whether it's a pink princess
This is dog.
or a firefighter, 2-year-old Lauren Resitek is one very happy girl.
Come on. Yeah?
The pink one or the purple? Her family just moved to the area, and her mother says they didn't know about Oconee County's annual costume swap.
Costumes are really expensive too. I'm kind of surprised. We've always been lucky. We've gotten them like consignment stores. We've never bought new.
The end. That's not what kids in Oconee County are hearing from their parents about Halloween costumes. Instead, the Oconee County Library is working on their 3rd annual costume swap. The National Retail Federation says the average person will spend $77.52 on Halloween this year. The library's children's specialist says one reason they do this swap is to cut back on these prices.
Yeah, this is really good because I did not want to spend or just did not have the money to spend on a costume this year, especially as the kids get older.
Johnson says that is exactly what many parents have to say. She says it's always a lot of fun for her, but more importantly, for the kids.
I like Halloween because you get to dress up as whatever you want.
And now, thanks to Oconee County Library, kids like Lauren and Steven can continue to enjoy the excitement of Halloween. Shannon O'Keefe, Grady News Source. Medical bags, oxygen tanks, and typical firefighter gear, they're not the only tools you will see in Oconee County emergency vehicles. Soon, you will see these, the N95 mask.
Gives you the protection like from the Ebola virus.
It may not look like much, but the CDC says that all medical responders should have them. After tomorrow's class on infectious diseases, everyone will. Deputy Fire Chief Ken Parsons says tomorrow, this room will be filled with more than 30 volunteer responders.
It's primarily due to the flu season. We just want our people to be prepared and just giving out some new protocols, just some things. The Ebola has changed a few things, just even the way that our 911 dispatch center does business.
This is not something he wants the public to panic about.
We just want to kind of be proactive in all this and not get caught with our pants down.
The medical responders will learn how to put this mask on and how to properly take it off. But this isn't the only thing they will learn. He says they will be prepared. Shannon O'Keefe, Grady News Source. The words, "Go Dogs," aren't enough for some football recruits. In order to commit to the Chiefs, the University of Georgia Recruitment Office has taken it a step further. Lisa Rader is a graphic design major at the University of Georgia, and she is the artist behind sketches drawn for the recruits.
I did one, and then we just kind of kept doing them to different recruits because they kept responding really positively.
The drawings depict the recruits going from this in their high school jerseys to this in the red and black, in hopes that the Dogs will have a leg up over other schools. Lisa never expected to get any fame from these portraits until the recruits started tweeting. Dondre Walker tweets, "Little something Georgia sent today. #GoDogs."
We all knew that she was a really good artist, and it's crazy how it's picked up.
Former UGA football players give their insight on these drawings.
I think the pictures that they're drawing and stuff is really cool.
18 years old, getting that from a head coach would be very complimentary.
The pictures are all personalized and have an added touch from UGA's head coach, Mark Rick. We'll see if Raiders' drawings help to give us the team to win the national championship. Shannon O'Keefe, Grady News Source.